Charlie Brown. You think you're hot shit, don't you, Duncan? I played Civ 5 3 years ago. How different can the new expansion packs be? Very, very different. So, you know what, Duncan, you're right. The core gameplay is the same, but there are several new aspects in it that change the way you should play the game. Hey, and you know what, Charlie Brown? I'm going to try and bring you up to speed, because I've got about an hour to kill. I've been playing this game a lot recently, because I've not really got anything else to play at the moment. And I love listening to the sound of my own voice. So Charlie Brown, when that fateful day comes, I think we're playing with these options. Random Civ, so you ain't got a choice, and obviously depending on what Civ you get, it's going to completely change the way you play your game. Continents, 2 large land masses, sea in between. I'm sure you know what continents are. And I think all the rest is, quick turns. If everyone pushes forward, the game could be over in about 5 hours in theory, but that's never going to happen. Difficulty level Emperor. Well, and I've just put the A on Emperor because playing with anything less than Emperor in Civ is pointless. So obviously the big new things that have been introduced are religion and tourism. In the older games, to get a cultural victory, you just had a small civilization usually, and you made culture, and when you had enough social policies, you won the game. That's not the case anymore. Now you've got to make a touristic civilization, full of lovely wonders and art and such. So a lot of great people are different now. Instead of roads performing your trade routes, you now get caravans to do them. There's loads of crazy things, Duncan. And the worst thing is, when we're playing online, we're going to have a turn timer. So you have 60 seconds each turn to make your move. So it wouldn't hurt to know the basics, and I'm going to run you through them. Okay, let's see what we get. I'll try not to interrupt the guy when he's speaking. Genghis Khan.
Greetings, O great Temujin, immortal emperor of the mighty Mongol Empire. Your fists shatter the walls of cities.
Hey, that's nice. They gave me Genghis Khan, which sucks. That would be a really shitty Civ to get in the multiplayer one. He's amazing in the medieval era, but the medieval era will only last for about 50 turns on the quick game mode. So but that's okay, because now I get to just show you a bit of game in which kind of just being a bit general, just get you on the new things. So, I mean, Charlie Brown, starting your game. There's going to be, haha, CG gets it, boarding days to Civ first. Yeah, the thing is, like, your first few moves, your first 40 turns or something is crucial in multiplayer, because you've got to kind of get an idea of exactly what Civ you're going to try and make and what victory you're going to go for. The victories are still the same, culture, but that's one with tourism now. Then you have the science, which is exactly the same, building the space program. That's still pretty much the same. War victory, killing everyone. That should be very entertaining, and I imagine one of the only viable ways. Diplomatic, you get voted world leader by the end of the game. I think that's a new one. And that involves having lots of money and bribing everyone, which is another challenge in itself. And is there another victory? I think those are the main ones. So yeah, anyway. I mean, what's there to say? I mean, for the most part, the tech trees are still the same. They all do slightly different things, which probably won't affect you. But you know the general gist. You put down your city. Look at this, I've got some wine. So I bet you're thinking, well, I want to go straight for calendar so I can make a plantation to have the wine. Not necessarily, Charlie Brown. In single player, I'd say yes. In multiplayer, I'd say always gun for this bad boy here, writing. Essentially, in the multiplayer game, we're not going to have anyone to trade with. So, and we're not going to have any kind of like really stupid AI civs to kind of exploit in war and also in trading. So realistically, when it comes to kind of technology, I'd say the person who has the most is probably going to win this game. The only ways I can see this game realistically being won is either by a war victory or by the science victory. Because I think everyone's going to be having a little bit of tourism. Everyone's going to be having kind of a little bit of diplomacy. And I just can't see you winning a game like that. So realistically, I think always gunning for science and multiplayer is the way forward. Because you're just going to want to be ahead of everyone in terms of your skill trees. And obviously going straight for writing gives you access to libraries. You probably just want it straight off the bat. But anyway, what am I doing here? So you move your dudes around, you know that. always go for a scout first. Bit of advice, I just always go for scouts first. You've got to be looking around, you've got to know exactly what your surrounding area is, because you kind of want to know if you're going to be settling lots of cities or very few cities. So what I do now is I used to build 1 scout, I actually build 2 scouts now, so I can see exactly what's going on. And what I also do as well is I keep my warrior close at home, because this is going to be another very important thing. If you lose a worker or a settler early on in the game, you're fucked. So you can really take no chances. So look, check it out, pottery. I think originally pottery only gave you the granary. I can't remember if it gave you something else. But can you see this? We've got a shrine. What's that the shrine gives? Faith! What the hell is faith? It's a new thing. Look, you got all your things up here still. Science still the same, gold and all that. Trade routes, that's new. Happiness still the same, culture still the same. Tourism and faith, what does that mean? Look at this. When you get 9 faith, you can found your first pantheon, and the pantheon is your foundation for a religion. Religion, I'll try and get myself a religion to sort of show you kind of what the mechanics of it do. Gives you very good early game bonuses, and can help you quite a lot in the late game. I'd be surprised if no one went for a religion in the game mode we're playing. But can you see, I think I'm playing a standard mode with, 8 people. Only 5 religions can be founded, so it's a bit of a race for there, and it kind of depends on your surrounding area. Oh, there's so many things, Charlie Brown. Can you see? I'm surrounded... Oh, fucking hell, look how much wine I'm surrounded by. Wine is really good to make a religion with, because one of the bonuses you get is, I think, additional faith from wine. So look, I'm already thinking, okay, maybe I want to go for a slightly more tradition-y, smally civilization, focusing on all this faith and this wine over here. I've got a nice coastal area, and look, can you see? I'm probably quite well protected from this mountain range as well. So already I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's kind of what I want to do. But, you know, let's keep exploring with our scouts and we'll get a better idea. It's not a terrible idea. As you know, when I built the scouts, I go for a monument. Monument, additional culture. You want to get those policies early on, basically, because I'll explain when we get there, but there's a couple I'd say for multiplayer that are pretty essential, and whoever gets to them first is going to have a great advantage. And I thought I was moving these guys back home, I distracted myself. So, moving your scouts around, I'm sure you know all the basic biz. You want to move them on top of hills. They can see more when they're on hills. You want to try and find all your city-states nice and early. The first one to find them gets a nice little gold boost. Keep an eye on what they're all as well. Look, this is a culture guy. If we're friends with them, we get additional culture. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just going through the basics here. Hold on. These guys are cultures. What's this guy? That's a new symbol. Whoa, he's a mercantile, however you say it, state. These guys have access to additional luxury resources that you can't acquire. So can you see this guy's got jewelry? The only way you can get access to jewelry is by being his mate. They're good for civs that want to expand lots and need additional happiness, because you know 1 luxury resource is 4 happiness. You go below 0 happiness and your civilizations really start slowing down in terms of sort of expansion speed. Now, mate, do you know what I could really go for now? Little Bucharest. Look at all this. You've got personalities now. I think that's new. So hostile civs, they lose your you lose influence for them faster, and they generally... Oh gosh, and another thing, city-states give you quests now. Hostile states will generally give you quests, go bully this state, or go denounce that leader, whilst cultural friendly people will be like, hey, produce as much culture as you can, and we'll love you, and things like that. All sorts of things, Charlie Brown. It's quite good now. You can be quite general with the way you play the game now. You can sort of... Thanks to things like the trade routes and such, and other things like the quests and such doing for states, you can generally make friends and make money without having a civilization focused on making money. You can make it all on the side a lot easier now. But anyway, yeah, so moving out with the scouts. Oh look, ivory, delicious ivory. Another luxury resource could be good to have. Now, I've got a thought here. You see, like I say, these first few moves are really important. In 5 turns, I get writing, and I want to go straight for a library. I'm not going to go for the Great Library, because there's a good chance that someone else will be going for the Great Library. And if I waste precious turns building the Great Library, and then someone else gets it, as nice as it would be to have it, I've wasted really important turns at the beginning. Like the first 50 turns on a quick game, you've got to have a basic idea of what your civilization's going to look like. You've got to find out where the other civs are so you know where to expand to safely. All these things, Charlie Brown! So look, I've got 6 turns. I could consider taking my warrior and trying to steal a worker off a city-state. Or I could be safe and just build all myself, which I'm going to do. Unfortunately, Genghis Khan, all of his abilities are just fighting abilities for the medieval era, so I'm going to have to play a very sort of neutral game like this. But this is just for show anyway. Look, precious cotton down here. So, you know, we've got to keep looking. Look, dyes. This could be a good area. So now I'm thinking, so now this is the really important bit. Can you see? I've got to 15 culture brown. What am I going to do? Do I want to go down the tradition skill tree or the liberty one? Liberty, obviously giving you access to these 3 here. Citizenship, republic, and collective rule. That gives you a free worker and a free settler eventually. And that generally encourages expansion. Whilst tradition, that gives you a really powerful first 4 cities. So now I'm thinking, look, I've got this area here. This is really nice. I could have another city around here with loads of wine. That could be really nice. I could potentially go up here. Have another little sort of coastal city to link it all in. Have this ivory. I could have a really nice, tight-knit city. But the thing is, maybe there's something really nice over here. You know? So what do we go for? Oh, hello.
En ny udfordrer. Harald Blåtand byder dig velkommen til sit land.
Absolutely. This crazy guy. I think he's new. I can't remember if he was in the original game. But he's a very aggressive
Lad os
dude.
høre det.
Anyway, yes. Yes, interesting. Quite, yes. Okay. So there he is. Right, so now I know. Aha, look. So this is going to help answer my question a bit. Look at this piece of land, Brown. That means more than likely his capital is right here. So now I'm thinking, would I want to settle a city here? Because realistically, that's going to be open for a really easy attack from him. So now I'm thinking, based on all that, I probably just want a really nice tight civilization in this area. Because look, I'm protected by jungle. I'm protected by a really thin piece of land here. So that answers my question. That helps answer question number 1. For this particular game, I'd be going tradition. So I can have a real nice, impressive first 3 or 4 cities. Whoa. I didn't know that, Darius. I did not know that you were the faithless leader of mighty Persia, but I do now. Declare war. No. Interesting. Oh, look, he's already got more gold than me, Brown. You got to collect all this information all the time. Look, he's winning. Darius is winning. And he's down here. Okay, so now let's have a little explore over here. So we now know that Darius is somewhere in this area. Another good thing about going down tradition is you get access to all of your first policies much quicker. Look at this. All these questions you've got to keep asking yourself. Like, well, maybe I want this. You know? More production of building wonders. Maybe I really want to go for some early wonders. And seeing as I'm going down tradition, I probably do. But then again, oligarchy, more your cities do more damage with their ranged weapons. And it leads to this. Look. Free culture buildings. Free food in the capital. But, you know, I don't have access to any culture buildings to build right now, so we'll go for this. Okay. You know, hooey. Now my warrior's back here, and he's going to wait for the workers. Because he's going to guard them with his life. Because he just can't risk that people are going to be stealing stuff in the multiplayer game. We would like to set up an embassy in your capital. Well, I'd like to set up an embassy in your capital. But I don't have access to writing. Another really good thing about writing, by the way, which is why it's a good thing to go for first. Look at this. Allows embassies to be established at other civilizations' capitals. Embassies are kind of part of the diplomatic way of victory, and I'll show you what it does in one turn when I can put an embassy in his capital. Right.
He who destroys a good book kills reason itself.
Absolutely. Right. So, I've got embassies now. Let's go speak to Darius. Hey, I want an embassy in your capital. So I'm going to offer him the exact same trade he made. I'll do.
Shapir.
Good. And look, now that I've got an embassy in his capital, I can see his capital without having found it. So, Percy Pigopolis is miles away. It's really far away. He's just got a very ambitious scout that was going really far out. Another little thing, Brown. Do you see? Do you see I'm always ending my scouts either on a hill or in a forest to give them an extra combat bonus from barbarians. Barbarians are going to be real shit early on in the game. So now I'm thinking, he's all the way over there. So there's all this area of land here, Brown. So this is probably where I want to start expanding to. So I think realistically, look at this. Being next to a river is really good. Gives you access to lots of nice things. But there's loads of cotton down here. I think there are some dyes. Yeah, look, dyes there. So I'm thinking I probably want to settle around here somewhere. Probably here. Look, access to the gold. Then very later on, potential access to the dyes. All these things to ask yourself. Right, anyway, I've got the all-important writing now. So now... I've got a worker coming out, and the worker's going to need something to do. So I better start gunning for calendar, so I can actually start harvesting some of these luxury resources. There we go. We've got a better idea, you see? The game's kind of... Oh, look, see? These cheeky barbarians launch themselves out their camp to have a little attack on the scouts. So good thing they're protected by the forest. I'm just going to walk away from that one. Okay, looks like I've hit a dead end up here. So that's a bit worrying. Looks like Harold Bluetooth is going to, if he wants to expand, he's going to have to start coming my way. So now realistically, I've got to say I probably need to go for a settler and plonk him down here before Harold does. And you know, Duncan, Harold might be me in your game. You've got to outpace me. This is the bullshit about playing with AI. Look, I've got 3 happiness. Whoa, somehow everyone else has got 20 happiness. It's as if the AI is given additional bonuses when playing the game because the AI themselves are awful. Right. I want to get this straight away. So I'm going to put my settler here to make a farm, because I've got to kill 5 turns. It's tempting. It's so tempting to go for that great library. But I'm not going to risk it. I can't risk it. So I'm just going to go for the standard library. I always tend to go for a food focus in the capital. You want a nice, big, strong, hearty capital, Brown. Gives you more defense. Generally gives you access to more specialists later. What's a specialist? You should know what a specialist is. Alrighty. Right, we've got to keep moving. Need to keep finding, need to keep learning information. So look, Percy Pigopolis is hidden by a city-state here. And what about Bluetooth? Yeah, it looks like Bluetooth is completely locked up here. And look, he's got a settler already. Ugh. Right, I've got a scout here. I've now... Whoa. You see, he's guarding it with a warrior, which is right to do. Because if this was a multiplayer game, and if this was someone else and they didn't have it guarded, I would go in there with my scout and take take that settler for my own. So he's got the right idea. But what I am going to do is I'm going to try and guard around this area. Because I'm hoping he moves to settle up here. And I'm hoping he doesn't come here. But let's see what he does. I'm going to keep an eye on him. That's why it's good to have 2 scouts. You want to be keeping an eye on that playing field. Right, tradition's moving up. I'm just going to keep going down this route. You'll notice piety is new. This basically gives you access to more faith things early on. It's got some pretty good things. Some civilizations are dedicated to faith now. They get really big advantages. So look at this. Additional faith from shrines and temples, which is okay early on. You can purchase with faith. Faith is like a new currency for the early game. So look, 20% discount on purchasing things with faith. That's nice. Increases the city's gold output. That's really cool. What's this? Cities with a majority religion also get the pantheon belief bonus on the 2nd most popular religion. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense. And a reformation, additional religions. So realistically, if you started in an area... Oh, sorry, I said I was going to try and get a religion to explain it a bit better to you. If you started in an area that gave you perhaps a wonder that gave you loads of faith, or you became friends with a city that gave you faith, or you find there are now religious city-states, and as soon as you meet them, they give you a nice chunk of faith. Let's see if this guy's religious. Oh, who's this? He's a new character.
እንኳን ደህና መጣ።
And the question I'm
እኔ
asking
ኃይለ
is,
ሥላሴ
how did you get
ራስ
these
ተፈሪ መኮንን
fantastic
የኢትዮጵያ
furnishings,
ንጉሥ የእናንተ
chandeliers?
ታማኝ አገልጋይ ነኝ።
What's that? What's that fabric over these strange glass rectangles? All these strange things I've never seen before, because it's only like 3,000 before Christ. Anyway, let's see what he's up to.
ቀጥል።
So look, he's gone for writing straight away. I know that. You see, I know that because the option's there. Let's get some embassies. Let's swap an embassy for an embassy. Belgrade is a military state, so no. Right, so where's Ethiopia then? Ah, look, you see? I missed this guy. So there's someone right here. So now, originally when I was thinking of plonking a city-state here, that's risky. Oh, it's risky. All these things, Charlie Brown. Right, what are these settlers up to? Got to keep an eye on them. Warriors, be guarding my dudes. Okay, let's see what happens. Calendar coming up.
So teach us to number our days, so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
Absolutely. Right. Okie dokie. You see another thing you can consider doing early on. Look at this, little Belgrade. Belgrade's got their workers. Maybe just declare war on them and nick their workers, you know? Not a bad choice. But the thing is, my workers would have to go so far back. It's not worth it. Oh, more people! That guy looks exactly the same as Darius. Assyria. I think they're a gold-producing state. Look, he's got his writing. Embassy for embassy. You can do embassies in multiplayer games as well. I'd be surprised if people trade them, though. Oh, look, he's right here. That's good. That's good. So maybe Assa and Persepigopolis are going to worry about each other. Okay. Right, well, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, warriors. Guard these guys. Okay, good. He's going that way. That's fine. So now I'm going to bring my scouts back. So I've got to start churning out some settlers. I really want one here. I want all of this wine. I want all the wine! But I also want to go down here. I want this cotton. I want these dyes. I want that gold. Gold! And I want them before Ethiopia gets to it. It's going to be challenging, but this is what multiplayer is going to be, gang. It's going to be a huge race! Okay, so... what else do I got? Marble. So I've got to go for the quarry! I mean, that's just me personally, you know? I always research the technologies that grant me access to the luxury resources, because like I say, early on, we just need those city-states, Brown. Sorry, those cities to be big and strong. If you spread too fast too early, it really cripples your empire. So, you know, there's a lot of things to think about. Okay. Right, trips of the wine. It's trip of the wine. And I need to start considering getting this religion as well. All these things I need to consider. Okay. You know, we'll get some nice happiness first. We'll get a nice, strong, secure civ. Actually, let's explore this land here. Right, so I'm going to have the scout guard this area. I want to keep an eye on Copenhagen. Can I have an embassy with you yet? You see, he's not going for writing. He's probably going for all these evil, warlike technologies, so I've got to be really careful with him. Really careful. Okay. We're going to go for a shrine. Is it worth it? Do I dare gun for Stonehenge? Stonehenge now, it used to give you a great big culture bonus, but now it gives you a huge faith bonus, which early on in the game is really nice. But the thing is, someone else is going to likely be going for it. More than likely, this guy. Because Ethiopia, I think it's very big religious upgrades, you know? All these things to consider, Brown. Because I don't really want to build anything else, I'm going to go for it.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Thank you, J. Paul Getty. Okie dokie. It's a shame, I didn't find many ancient ruins. I found, well, like, what, 2? Nice to find those nice and early. Now look, this is interesting, Brown. I'm building Stonehenge. What do I see here? Why, to me that looks like Stonehenge being built. Can we look in the other capitals? Ooh. Having an embassy, I forget if you can actually see what they're building. I don't think you can. But what I can do is I can move my scouts a little closer. You can try and look into people's capitals and see if they're building the same thing. I'm going to take a... Can you see? I waited for my civilization to go up to a population of 4. So now, I'm going to put myself onto a production... I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for Stonehenge.
Det er en fin aftale.
Aha, look, he's gone for
Så en
writing.
simpel
Okay,
tigger ville være-
good. So he's not going entirely mental. All these things you need to keep up to date with, Brown. There's so many things. Whoa, Asur are getting their ass kicked by barbarians. Good. You've got to keep on top of barbarians in this game as well, mate. Oh, mate, there's so much to do! So much to think about, so much to consider. Alright, masonry in 2 turns. I want to get ready on that. Marble's a nice one to have. Marble means you can build wonders faster. I'm gonna throw all these little tidbits at you when I can, Brown. Whoa! Fucking barbarians, man. Shooting out units all the time at an unreasonable rate. Okay, I'm going to put my scouts here. I'm just going to keep an eye on Copenhagen. I want to see what they're up to. Maybe steal one of their workers when they're not looking. Right. They're ready to build. Warriors, you should be guarding them. You see, if I went down the Liberty skill tree, instead of going for Stonehenge by this point, I likely would have gone for an additional settler instead, to really try and put down my territory. But spreading too fast and too thin, it's not good. It's not good. Right. Okay, all these things, Charlie Brown. So now I've got the all the research to allow me to upgrade all the resources I care about. So let's upgrade to this, because this will be the next thing to discuss. Caravans! Out of all the crazy new features in this game. Oh, it's not looking good for these scouts. They're about to get dunked on. Uh-oh. That's why we have 2, because if one dies, it's not the end of the world. Warriors, always guard those workers and settlers, mate. To be fair, mate, you'll probably be fine in the multiplayer game, because no one's going to pick on you. I know I'm going to be the biggest target. I know Monkey and G are likely going to team up on me. So I'm going to be wary of that. I'm going to make friends. Good friends like you, Charlie Brown. Hockey dokie. Right, what we got? I've got to start asking myself now, do I keep gunning down this route? Because you see, legalism. All this question is going to ask yourself all the time, Brown. Legalism provides a free culture building in your first 4 cities. But I've already got a culture building in my first city, so that's a bit of a waste. So now I'm asking, if I'm going to try and do a bit of piety? I don't know. Maybe I should start considering going down this a bit. Additional faith from shrines and temples could be nice. Additional gold by temples, that could be nice. So, you know, considering I said I was going to try and dedicate part of this video to showing you this, I will go down piety. And, just to explain as well, honor, I honestly think, mate, it's going to be a waste of time in multiplayer. Let's look through it. So, first, you get culture for killing barbarians. It's nice. Do you know what's nicer? Having guaranteed culture from your capital. Guaranteed every turn, bish bosh. I think this gives you a great general straight away. Yep, useful, but the thing is in multiplayer, mate, I'd be very surprised if anyone goes for warfare first thing. Because like I say, everyone's got to make a really strong core capital straight away. So if people start wasting time building units instead of building nice cities, it's going to cripple them. In single player, you have to think about warfare a bit because of the AI. But in multiplayer, I think it really just makes sense to try and focus on the big cities and do warfare later when you out-science everyone. So look, get a great general, that's nice. Units get experience fast, that's nice. But the thing is, in multiplayer, we're not playing stupid people. Your units are going to die often. All these things, it's just not worth it. Liberty is a nice one to go down. It's basically, if you want to do a money-making game, that's probably the one to go down. But tradition's a very safe one. And look, when you beat tradition as well, you get a free aqueduct in all your cities, you know? Come on. Alrighty, anyway. Let's go and look at this. As I said, I want to show you things. I want to show you everything. Okay, what next? Iron. Another good thing to start researching early is all these ones that are going to let you see what's on the map, mate. I want to settle my city next to some iron. See, look at that. That's interesting. So, the world's busiest people. Ranks players by amount of production generated by all their cities. So someone's just outdoing me, so I'm doing pretty well on that front. That's nice. It's good to have production early on. It's really good to have production early on. You want to be building as wonders if you can. So I might have been able to make the Great Library then. But I know in the multiplayer game we play, Monkey's going to go for it. And if he gets it before me, that's going to really annoy me. Hey, what's all this? What? The city-states are talking to me, but they've not done that before. So what's this? The citizens of Singapore have become uneasy at the presence of a nearby barbarian encampment, and they'd like someone to destroy it. They'll amply reward whoever accomplishes this. Okay. Merchants of Bucharest seek new rests. They just want to rest in Bucharest. They have heard rumours of spices and their great value. You'll be rewarded if you are able to connect this resource to your trade network. Interesting. Buenos Aires is undertaking a large public works project. Each gold gift to them during this time will be more effective, rewarding 50% more influence. The leaders of Buenos Aires have been keeping an eye on their prosperity of other city-states and want you to keep their rivals in check. If you demand any type of tribute from Genoa, they will reward you. So, these are quests. City-states give you them. If you beat them, you get a really big influence boost with them. So now there's more ways of becoming friends with them other than just giving them money, which is awesome. So you don't really have to be a money-making state to make friends in this game, which is good. So let's look at this. The citizens of Singapore have become uneasy at the presence of a barbarian encampment, which is this one right here. So if I destroy this encampment, they're going to be good friends with me. And Bucharest is close, so I probably want to do that at some point. So let's get a scout ready to move in there. And realistically, I'm going to need an archer to help me out with that. What's happening in Copenhagen? Nothing there, nothing yet. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. Here's another fun thought about barbarian encampments, Duncan. Barbarian encampments can only spawn if no one can see them. So can you see here? In my city, you get an additional field of view around the border. So that's stuff you can see. Buenos Aires will have the same. Genoa will have the same. And all the rival cities will have the same. So that means in this area, for instance, no barbarians can spawn here because they can be seen by the city-states, or here. But one encampment could spawn here because no one can see these guys there. So that's another thing about scouts, really. I'm going to move off here, and I'm going to move my scout here so he can see the land. And as long as you can see the land, no encampments can spawn. And actually, for that reason, yeah, so I'm going to put my warrior here. So now, no encampments can spawn here. Another thing to consider. Right, so these guys want spices, sorry. So, hey, look at this diplomacy overview. That's really helpful. It lets me see, let me see what everyone has. So look, Harold Bluetooth, he's got ivory in abundance. This dude has spices, but he's only got one spice, so he's not going to trade that with me. Cotton, gold, and incense. And look, all the city-states, they got pearls. Oh, geez, pearls everywhere. Silk. Okay, so no one can give me spices to make them my friends. So I can't do that quest yet. Ha. What was the other one? They want you to demand tribute from Genoa. That means to demand tribute, if you build up an army and stand them outside the city-state now, you can demand tribute from them, which could be a worker, or it could be gold. So actually having a big army, well not a big army, but a sizable army is not bad, because demanding tributes is a good way to get some dosh early on. There's plenty of ways to make money now, it's good fun. But seeing as I'm falling in, ironically, as Genghis Khan into a pacifist religion-building state, I don't want to worry about that, but I might try and take care of that barbarian encampment. So something to keep in mind. Hey, look. Karakoram has marble, so now I build wonders faster. Looks like I'm going to get Stonehenge. I might have been able to get the Great Library. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, but Karakoram's doing good at the moment. So I've got my library in there, so I'm getting a nice little science bonus. And I'm about, fingers crossed, to get Stonehenge, which will give me a nice faith bonus. Okay, so let's... I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Here's another interesting thought. Always, whenever you're upgrading the tiles, just do all the special ones first. Upgrade those, you get extra production. Production's really good early on. I want to do that to get some more wine to trade with people, to get some dosh, because I'm not making any money at the moment. Ooh, there it is!
Those things. Everything grows old and is forgotten under the power of time.
Aristotle, you knew how to say things. Right, there we go. I'm now getting faith and great engineer points, which is awesome. That's great. Thank you, Karakoram. And now with that done, I'll knock out a shrine quickly. Quickly, Charlie Brown! Just to get a little more faith bonus. So look, now I'm getting 5 faith per turn. And 15 faith is minimum to found the next religious pantheon. the more pantheons that are founded by other religions, sorry, by other cities, the more you'll need yourself to start building up on yourself. So let's get on top of it. Okay, we're all happy. Everyone's happy. You guys are about to go build that. You guys are about to keep an eye on barbarians for me. Okay, everyone's happy. And we're about to find out where iron is, if there's any nearby.
Near Hector, with a spear 11 cubits long in his hand, the bronze point gleamed in front of him and was fastened to the shaft of the spear by a ring of gold.
By Homer Simpson. Excellent. Okie dokie. Oh no. Oh, my scout's about to get dunked on. I wasn't keeping an eye on them. I don't really need those guys though. I should say, hey, look at that. A nice big chunk of iron there. Genghis Khan's generally going to get plonked down next to military grade things, so I'm actually surprised there are no horses for him nearby, because he needs horses. But look, I'm next to 3 city-states that have horses. Genghis Khan's ability is to be able to kill city-states quicker, so I think they're basically implying that I should kill these guys and take their horses. But I'm not doing that for this one. Gotta play your Civs bonus, Brown. Gotta play your Civs bonus. Right. Oh, pastures actually give more food, not production. That's not too helpful for me. Just this moment. We'll do it though. Right. Meant to put them up here. My bad. Okay. Choose production. Right. Ooh. I don't need money for what I'm doing, but I think it's time to settle. So, you know the thing, whenever you settle, your city-state stops, sorry, your city stops producing people, so always put it on production bonus so you can build your settlers faster. Right, that's that for a while. Gonna go for archery, because I'm gonna buy an archer with my gold to go take out that barbarian encampment. What's this? Look, Belgrade targets a nearby encampment. All the way over there, probably a bit too far away. Actually, 2 people have been targeted the same encampment. Oh no, Belgrade just wants me to bully other city-states. So realistically, that's probably not worth going for. It's a little too far away. Let's heal that guy. Right, here we go, a Pantheon! Here we go. Right, finally I can explain. Okay, here we go. This is the foundation of your religion. So every city that's religious, with your religion or Pantheon, is going to have this bonus. So look, +1 culture from shrines. That's the thing we just built. So instead of giving me 1 faith, would now give me 1 faith and 1 culture, which is okay. Dance of the Aura. Faith from tundra tiles without forest. So look, this is tundra without forest. So that means each one of those tiles would also give 1 faith now. That's awesome. Desert folklore. That's amazing if you're next to a desert. Every desert tile gives you a bit of faith. So look, this guy, that would be amazing to have on that one. That would be really good. +1 faith from copper, iron and salt. And then look, there are some other just more passive ones. So +30 HP healed per turn if adjacent to a friendly city. Very nice. 10% faster growth rate, always helpful. More production. Your palace gives out more things. That's a nice one. Just gives you 1 of everything. Good boost early on. Gain faith if you win a battle near your city. Brilliant if you've got an army. And you're fighting wars. + food from camps. Happiness. All these crazy things. So what you've got to ask yourself is, which one is most appropriate to me? So I'm looking at these. I see +4 faith from natural wonders. I've got no natural wonders nearby, so I obviously don't want that. +2 faith from quarries. I have a quarry. Not a bad choice. But in my other cities, look, if I settle a city here, I'd have 3 quarries there. So that could be nice. A nice little faith boost. Ooh, but let's see what we got. Happiness on rivers, culture from jungle tiles. That's amazing. If I had a city here, that means all of these jungle tiles would give me culture, which is a really nice boost. So, I think I'm going to go for... and this is the one I wanted. Goddess of Festivals. +plus culture and + faith for each wine and incense. So look at all this wine and incense. So obviously that's the one I want. So, boom. There we go. So that's my Pantheon now. That's going to be the basis of my religion. So there we go. And now, look at this. 134 faith is a minimum required for your next chance at a great prophet. That's a new great person, and they will allow you to build your religion. Right. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're happy. Everyone's happy. Gonna keep these guys here so no pesky barbarians can spawn. Okay, everyone's happy. That dude's healing. We want to keep an eye down here.
The haft of the arrow.
Okie dokie. Right. Karakoram. Okay, so I've just researched archery, and the only reason I did that is so I can purchase an archer. Several things you can purchase. I'm not making huge income, and an archer will just be really useful. So I'm going to get an archer, and he's going to start marching down here to take care of these guys. So we'll keep a close eye on him. Right, now what to research. So realistically, it seems I'm going down a kind of faith culture approach. So obviously, this is where it gets a bit tricky. I want the aqueducts, because remember the tradition tree, that gives me free aqueducts as soon as they're available to be built. So that could be nice to gun for. Then again, if I go down mathematics, the Hanging Gardens, that's another really nice early wonder. +6 in your capital. Does seem good, which is very good for a small culture, faithy city. But then again, all these things up here. Amphitheatres, culture, great work of riding slots, what's that? That comes later. I've got no sea next to me, so this is all useless for me. But look at this. Sailing allows establishing an additional trade route. If you want to make loads of money, you obviously want to go down the things that allow you to make additional trade routes. Look, engineering, more trade routes. What else we got? Machinery? No. Banking, more trade routes. So if you want to make loads of money, you want to go for those. I want to make loads of culture, but I also want to make loads of science. So realistically, I should be doing this. I'm just going straight for that, which is a decent idea. Well, I've got a million and one things to research before then. So I need trapping, wheel, mathematics, horseback riding, drama, poetry, philosophy, theology, civil service, and then finally to education. That's a lot. It's nice to go down metal casting because look, you get all these nice ones. Like workshops, additional production. These are the things, Brown, you've got to decide early what you want. It's tricky, Charlie Brown. So in this game mode, because I'm saying I care about, let's say, culture and faith. So I obviously want to focus on these ones first. But out of the ones I want to get first, probably want to go for mathematics. I want to gun for that first so I can have a go at getting the Hanging Gardens. Hanging Gardens are nice. You've got to choose early on exactly what you want, Brown. And you've only got 60 seconds each turn to figure it out. Gold per turn from Darius. Aha! Our trade agreement with Darius about having embassies have ended. So I stopped giving him money now, but the embassies remain. Okay, well, there's not really a lot else happening now. So we can just keep hitting next turn. Belgrade no longer needs your help because which encampment was destroyed? I forget, was that this encampment? It must have been. I think... Oh, look at this guy. Someone settled right here. Cheeky. Cheeky! So if I want to get a settler, I've probably got to plonk my next settler here because I'm too worried about our friends the Vikings coming and stealing that place. So I'm probably going to pop a settler there and then really try and push hard, and I'm going to put one down here, which is really dumb because it's exposed. Oh, there are all these people that will be really pissed off by my presence there, but I want those things. Greed, Brown. You've got to be a little greedy and ambitious in these games. So, we're going to go for that. Someone seeks a great scientist. Obviously. You know how to produce great scientists. You need specialists. Well, you get this thing. You need buildings that give you points towards a great scientist, which we don't have. So, that mission ain't going to happen. Always keep an eye on those missions. They're incredibly useful all the time. Right. Let's... now here's a tricky thing I'm going to have to do. Realistically, I'm going to need more workers to build things for me. But I haven't got enough time to build workers. So, might have to go borrow a worker from someone else. You're going to have to consider doing this in multiplayer, Brown.
Wisdom and virtue.
Being an absolute penis. Ah, look, one of my city-states wants truffles, but there are no truffles in sight. If you, this is, so Karakoram, the capital. I think this is still the same. They want truffles, you give it to them, they breed faster. Hey, let's look at that diplomacy overview. Don't forget the location of that, Brown. No truffles available, sadly. Alas. Okay. Hello? Oh, look at that. Buenos Aires. Do you have any missions for me? I'm going to do it. I'm going to borrow one of Buenos Aires' dudes. I feel sorry for doing this to them, but it's got to happen. Right. Let's stay close first. So, settling a city, you can only settle... You can't settle within 3 tiles of another city. Being next to the sea is nice, it gives you lots of nice bonuses. But at the same time, Brown, opens you up for naval attack late game. You've got to ask yourself all these questions. Let's see. If I put him here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think he's got to go there. Let's do it. That's where my first city is going. So be it. And I'm going to do something very ambitious here. I'm going straight for another settler. I'm doing it, Charlie Brown. You've got to claim this land early, mate. And you're going to have to do it in multiplayer too. Right. I'm having to move there because I think when you declare war on a city, you get put out their borders. So I want to stand here so I can just nip in and help myself to them straight away. Right, this guy needs a bit of guidance down here. So diplomacy, it's slightly different on this one, mate. If you wage war with too many city-states, they all start hating you. You can wage war on one city-state without anyone caring. Oh, for fuck's sake, they've moved their workers. Oh, they're on to me, look. Oh no, it's because they've done all the works they need to, so the workers are just chilling in there now. Bugger. Right, let's go see Genoa. Shit. Should have just taken them whilst I had a chance. All these early turns count, mate. Look, mate, these icons here, they're good recommendations. Because realistically, A, they make sense now, but late game, they might make sense. They might have access to oil or coal that you can't see yet. So always listen to them. So they agree with me that that's a good place to go, so be it. Excellent. Look at all this wine. Look at all this wine. Oh. The Ethiopians took out that barbarian encampment before I could. Oh no! And look, the Ethiopians have settled here! Oh, you see, mate, all these turns early on, they're crucial. They're so crucial, and they're going to be crucial to you. So, that's not a possibility anymore. I could, in theory, settle here, but that will be suicide. That'll just be a city ripe for the taking from someone else. What a shame. So now, realistically, I can go for another city, and I'm going to have to go for it there. And I'm going to really piss off Harold Bluetooth. But so be it. 'Tis the hand I've been played. Hockey dokie. What? Ah, haha. So, if I'd gone down more of the tradition skill tree, this place would have had a free monument. And I feel like a fool for not having that. Damn. Oh well. We can fix that. Okay, I'm going to prioritise science still. They can build a library. They can do that in their own time. What a shame. Those archers aren't really needed anymore. Alas. It's the nature of the game! It's the nature of the game. Okay, well these guys are going to pull back then. We're just going to turtle in, mate. We are going to turtle in. That's the hand I've been dealt for this one. That's, I think I could put a city there, but it's so risky. And realistically in multiplayer, these guys, I could probably play with the AI to make sure they don't declare war on me, but in multiplayer it would be suicide to try and do that. Early game at least, early game. So we're just going to have a nice, strong settlement all up in here. So let's do it. That's the plan. You guys, in a time game, mate, you're going to have to consider doing this eventually. Just auto-explore. Put those on your units, because you ain't got enough time for everyone. Oh look, someone's found a religion. Protestantism has been found. Good for them. Right, you guys, get your burns up here then. We're going to go piss off Harold. Workers. Ooh, look at this. Delicious culture and faith from these, so we're going to go straight for them. Remember what you've built, mate. Remember what you've assigned yourself, and you always want to focus and gun for them first. So that's that, really. Can you stop moving my camera, you fuck? Right. Okay, I've got a choice. Do I just build my own workers, Or do I help myself to some more? No. Again, the game mode I'm playing now, I think waging war on people is going to be not going to be strong. Especially seeing as I'm about to move a settler through there. Waging war on them would be dumb. So we'll just build another worker for ourselves. And then I'll get that caravan and we can talk about that a bit. Okay. World's most wonderful people. People with most wonders in their capital. That would be me and someone else. We're the only ones that built wonders. Then again, Hanging Gardens in Montherme, I've got to go straight for them in my capital. I can't be wasting time with workers. Where did those workers go? I might have to change my mind on that. Yes, plantations. One. That's what I specialize on, having one.
Mathematics is the gate and key to the sciences.
Absolutely.
He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened.
Do you know yourself, Charlie Brown? Okie dokie. I'm going to have to bring all my warriors up here to get ready for Harold Bluetooth for his inevitable attack. Imagine, that's G. That's potentially G, you know? If I put a city there, he's going to take it from me. Right, Genoa. Oh, sorry to do this to you. This is a very cheeky tactic you can do, so I'll do that. Help myself to their worker. Hey, Genoa, I make peace with you. Cheeky tactic. Cheeky. But I wanted to do it because I wanted their worker. I can't waste time building workers. I want these wonders. If you're going to build a wonder, mate, you've got to be on it straight away. And you've got to know from the beginning that you want it. Okay. There we go. What to go for next? Again, do I keep gunning for education? Do I stay ahead on that? Let's see. So, as part of education, eventually I'm going to need... no. Going down to engineering to get the aqueducts. See, mate, you've got to make your choice. And you've only got 60 seconds each turn. Also, I want these, but I can't really build them because, you know, I've not got enough production. Everyone's busy at the moment. So for that reason, I'm going to gun for engineering. Because I'm not going to be able to build those things I research in time. So what's the point? What's the use? Scouts. Cheeky bastards. Genghis Khan's trait is to actually take over city-states. But when you do that, they all start getting pissed off with you. And in a quick game, early on, warfare just isn't viable. So, can't really consider it. Got to stay friends with them. So they're going to be pretty upset with me now. But they won't declare war on me, which is pretty good of them. Okay, right. Look at these guys. He's already got spearmen. He's up to things, mate. Just put my guy here. We just got to keep an eye on him and hope our settler can get hit there before he does anything. So settlers, come on, get your burns in there. I think that'll be it for me, really. Oh, what's this? Ooh, he wants our wine, does he? Realistically, mate. In single player game, you can trade things for gold, like 6 gold a turn. No one's going to trade you in multiplayer. And things you may be able to trade are for happiness. So let's see. Dudes want cotton, dudes want silk, dudes want spices. So I should probably say to myself, I should probably start trying to trade for those with my additional wine, you know? That's what you want to do in multiplayer as well, mate. You want to try and trade people with that. You know, but don't make it obvious, you know, you just sneakily. You want that resource so you can make your friends easily. No one can give me those things. No one can give me those things. So now, who is my closest person? You. You want some wine, don't you? Give me your money. You should give me about 6 gold a turn. Yeah. Good guy. That's a fair trade, but online it's not going to happen. No one's going to be trading like that. Okie dokie. Right. Let's get this settler down. And we'll stop there for now, you know. But it's, you know, fun for me at least. Probably not very fun for you. But you know, mate, I want to get ready, because I'm going to win. I'm going to win that game. Winning with my friends like you, Charlie Brown, because we're going to be a team. I just want a team to take down Monkey and G, because they're the big threats. And my team will be rewarded well, Brown. Hooey! They'll have everything! Everyone who joins me will have everything they ever wanted in the world! Don't you want that? Right, let's get this settler down. Ooh. Treading dangerous grounds here. Dangerous, dangerous grounds. Here we go. Herp! Stop. Another good thing to have gold for, mate, is precious tile buying, which in multiplayer is going to be incredibly useful. There we go. So that's that. Might be my downfall, but alas, we're going to go straight for walls in that city. But there we go. So look, I've got a nice amount of faith coming up. I'm very close to getting my great prophet to found my religion. I've got plenty of wine. I've expanded nicely. I've got 3 good cities around here, well protected from this side, not protected at all from this side. And it seems like it's pushed me down a game in which I'm probably going to be focusing on science and on culture and faith. So there we go. It's turn 50 effectively. And I know the gameplay I'm going to be playing now, so I know what I need to gun for. I know what I need to do, Brown. And that's what you're going to need to know to do. But anyway, I don't know if I'll include it in the same video, but, you know, we'll start looking at trade routes. We'll start looking at the religions in depth and how you spread your religions. And we'll start looking at, I don't know, probably Harold fighting me. Alright, let's cut to the next scene. Hey, Charlie Brown, we're back. I've just realised how lame it sounds when I say things like that. Hey, YouTube, we're back now. We're all crazy YouTube funny. We're going to say funny things for an hour. Right, okay, it's, what's the time? It's 9:15 on a Sunday morning. A few hours have passed since last time. And I've got to remind myself where we left off exactly. Okay. Hey, what's all this, Charlie Brown, I bet you're asking? Karakoram's got a lightning bolt next to it? Why, mate, that's my pantheon, my religion. And look, Bishbelik also has one. And look, even Turfan's got a lightning bolt. It's almost as if the religion is spreading. More of that as it happens. Right, I think... What were we doing? Trying to... Yeah, we're going to work on getting a trade route, so I can explain that one to you. Which will tie in well, because I think we're also about to get our great prophet. Ooh, right, Arch needs to go guard Turfan from the Vikings. How ironic that the Khans need protection. Sure, workers can do that, why not? Oh dear. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be expanding into lands which I regard as mine. Our apologies for refrain settling in the future. Because there's literally nowhere else to settle near in the future. Oh dear, he's gonna walk over Turfan. I've got to start considering an army soon. Anyway, right. So look, we're now getting ever so closer to our great person being born. I think every time it goes above the number it says, there's just a chance each turn that they spawn. So we just gotta keep going forward until it happens. Right, Archer's in place. Oh, I can upgrade him, which I will. This is a new unit, the Composite Bowman. I think that was added in Gods and Kings or Brave New World, I forget which one. And it's just kind of like between Archer and between Crossbowman, because there was a really huge gap originally. And you get them quite early on, which is nice. Right. Sorry, Brown, I promised this video would just be a short one, just explaining some of the fundamentals of the new bits of the game, but it's taken like a year to get to just this one thing I'm trying to explain. Right, still not got my great prophet. Bit miffed about that. What's going on? Hey, but look, gonna get the hand gardens next turn, so they definitely won't need those that field. Terracotta army. Ooh, okay.
I think that if ever a mortal heard the word of God, it would be in a garden at the cool of the day.
Delicious. I love these paintings they do. But you just want to be there in that scene. Ah, oh, man. Beautiful. So look, that required tradition. Ah, yes. Certain wonders require you to be a part of liberty, tradition, or honor now. So that's another thing. By going down the tradition route, you probably want a gun for the gardens because it's a unique wonder to your civ now. But that's great. And there he is, the Great Prophet in the city of Karakoram. Oh, they don't have names. They usually give great people names. I never noticed that about the prophets. So great prophets can do one of two things. They can either settle as a great person improvement, and then they generate faith, something like 4 or 5 faith per turn, or they can found a religion. So they can do that. Give me some more wine. Oh, this is good. This is good. Look at this now. They can stay on a production focus because they've got the hanging gardens for excellent food. Good. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. Right. What am I building next? Ah, the caravan, of course. Right. Let's found a religion. So look, you can have all of these fantastic religions to choose from. Ooh. Let's see. Where's Shintoism? That's the Japanese one, isn't it? Yeah, Shinto. It's all there, Brown. But my favourite always, Judaism. And you can call it anything you want as well. If I get a religion in that multiplayer game, I guarantee you're going to see it being called this. There we go. Anyway, today we won't be Judaism, we'll be... oh, can I not change? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh no, Protestantism's already been found, so we can't have that one. Let's see. Let's make... how about... Browboy Topians. Right, we're now the Browboy Topians. Right, so look, that's our foundation belief. And look, and we get these exciting things. So look, I found a belief. And then you get all these bonuses. And again, you just got to choose it based on kind of what game you want to play. So I mean, there's ones in which you get Dosh. If a city converts to your religion, you noticed how all my cities were converting to my pantheon. Now that I'm a religion, they can start spreading more so to other cities. So every time we take one, we get 100 gold. Could be nice. You get missionaries and prophets. The prophet was the one that founded the religion. They can also go to other cities and spread their religion to them. Like they're like a land unit. So if you do that, sometimes you get a science bonus if you convert them. Resting point with city-states, you might want that if you're playing a diplomacy game. More happiness, you might want that if you're playing a sort of an expanding liberty game, or like a a warmongering game where you need some happiness, or just more gold for all followers, or more culture. It seems in this one I'm going for culture, so 1 culture for every 5 followers of this religion in other civilizations. So I'm going to want to try and push my religion into other people's civs, so I get more culture. And then you get a follower belief. And these are all very different. Now have a little look at this. So shrines, +1 happiness in cities, instead. So that's really good. So when you think about all the bonuses you can get for shrines now, they can end up having 2 faith, 1 happiness, and 1 culture, which makes them a really awesome little unit to have. You can use faith to buy cathedrals, and that they give you these. Just more culture with the followers. Having world wonders gives you more faith. That's amazing, that one. If you can build all the wonders, so if you have like 20 wonders, that's an additional 40 faith. So that's amazing. Look, again, shrines and temples, they give food in each city. Production if you have a specialist, that's really useful early on. You can use faith to purchase pre-industrial land units. That's insane if you're a warmonger. So you don't even need money or production. You can just buy land units with faith if you have enough. That's really good. So religion early on can be great. Now I think that I know the one I want, because I think there's one that gives additional wine bonuses on top of the one I have. So let's see. Use faith to purchase pagodas? No. Amphitheaters, pride 1 faith enthusiasts? No. No. Shrines? No. Maybe it's a later one, or maybe there isn't one. Maybe I made it up. Okay, well, so again, you've got to kind of make your choice based on what you want to do. Again, look, more production, that might be, more food growth, that might be helpful. More production, that might be helpful depending on your game. It's up to you. You've only got 60 seconds to decide, so keep that in mind. Let's just go for a pagoda. So you can use faith to buy them. They're unique buildings that give you 2 faith, 2 culture, 2 happiness, and that's awesome. And they're free with faith when you have enough, so that's really, really nice. There's definitely not one that has to do with wine. Cathedrals. I would have thought it would have been cathedrals. No, okay. Yeah, great. And then look, second follower belief, enhancer belief, and bonus belief. So when you get your second great prophet, you can either use them to enhance your religion and get an additional belief, or you can use them to, start spreading or setting down a great percentile. But then look, then you get enhancer beliefs. So when you go down the social policies of the piety one, that gives you an additional one at the end, which is cool. And the civilization, the Byzantinians, they automatically get a bonus belief. So obviously, they want to focus on the religion. So there we go. I would love to found Browboytopians. So look, all these suckers are still lurking around with their foundation belief, but this is here now. And can you see? So Karakoram, that's my holy city of Browboytopians. It's got 2 followers, and can you see it's exerting pressure? So pressure is what forces your religion into other cities nearby. So give it a couple of turns, and the pressure's going to enhance to here. And then to here, then to here, and then to here. It's like a plague, Charlie Brown. It's like a plague. But I know these guys, these guys are going to be spreading religion also. So look, they've got Eastern Orthodoxy, and that's also got 45 pressure. So we're going to have conflicting religions around this area. Okay. Ethiopia just won the quest for Bucharest to generate the most culture, so they've got a huge boost in their allies now. Those quests can be annoying. The world's most well-fed people. Ah. Oh no, we're unhappy. Right, I need happiness. Okay, let's do this. Colosseum, go. Right, it looks like we have a trade route. You guys get over here and do some building. You go into auto. There we go, don't need to worry about them anymore. They'll always build improvements based on what you're asking from your city, so I said production focus, so they'll likely go and build mines and stuff like that for me now. Oh, which you probably already knew. Anyway, establish a trade route. So here we go. I've got a caravan. I've got all these places nearby. I can establish a trade route. And can you see? It will go to all these cities. And that's how much I'll get. So the top one is what you get from them. And the bottom one is what they get from you. So can you see I get a little more, and it's all to do with your resource diversity. So look, I've got iron, horse, marble, and silk and all that. It does all these calculations to decide how much you get from them. So I get a little more with Bucharest and Genoa. You can also trade with other civilizations as well, and they usually offer science bonuses and such. But regardless, let's get a bit of dollar. Now one thing it's not doing yet, because I don't think my religion is strong enough, but eventually you can start using trade routes to exert pressure as well. So if you're playing a religious game, you want to have loads of trade routes, because then you can start bombing cities with your trade routes and really forcing a load of religious pressure on them to turn them really fast. So there's a couple of interesting strategies there. But for the moment, it's still early on, we just want a bit of dosh. We'll send our guys down to Bucharest. Excuse me. Now trade routes can be plundered by barbarians. So realistically, it makes more sense for me to send a trade route around here. Realistically, because no barbarians are going to spawn around here. So I'll probably do that. Another thing you can do, which I can't do yet, is you can actually have trade routes between your own cities. So with Karakoram, you need to have certain buildings to do it though. So Karakoram, if I were to build a granary, that means I can then do a trade route to another of my civilizations. And they can actually trade food between each other. So what you can do is you can get a trade route with a granary, and then you can have for like 30 turns something like +6 food to another city, which is insane, which is a really insane bonus. So you do that, and they're getting an extra 6 food per turn. So you settle a city, you start sending trade routes to them with food, and then it develops really quickly. It's a really smart thing to do, which I'm not doing, because I'm an idiot. You can also, eventually, in your not your social policies, in your research, go down the bottom, metal casting, workshops. Workshops give you more production, but then you can use that to use caravans to start trading production between cities. So if you need to build something really fast, you can send all your caravans with cities with workshops to your capital or wherever to give it a huge production boost. So caravans are really interesting, but for the most part they used to just make dosh. It's just free dosh basically. So I'm going to foolishly trade with Genoa, even though they're upset with me. They're close by. It just seems like the right thing to do. Haha! I don't think I could have reached them, but can you see, look, Bogota. They want you to complete a land or sea trade route to their city. Where's Bogota? Oh shit, I might have been able to do... Oh, I might have been able to do that. If I set up a trade route with them, I would have got I would have become chums with them. What an idiot. Always got to keep an eye on those side quests, Brown. Just diplomacy, they're right there. Always keep an eye on them, because they're really easy to do. Ah, right. Let's see. Now another thing to do is look at all this, Brown. So up here, this is going to be so important in multiplayer. Additional information. You can actually keep a quick eye on how everyone else is doing. Or do you need a spy in their capital to see how they're all doing? There is a way to see how other people are doing in terms of military rankings. I've forgotten how to do it though. Here? No, we don't have espionage, which is new. That'll come. Diplomacy. I know we've looked at that one. Just anything. Just tell me anything. Okay, sorry, I've forgotten how to access it. Right, regardless. Dudes are here. Let's swap these guys around. Look, he's fucking moving in for an attack on me. He's got his... Oh, what's he saying?
He'll die.
Don't.
Jeg
Just
lytter.
don't. How does that sound? How about we don't go to war? How about we trade the war with each other?
Nej.
That's fine. Look, just don't go to war with me. You'll beat me. This is the risk you take, bro. I'm going down tradition. You'll be a pushover. To be fair, maybe tradition isn't a viable route for multiplayer. Who knows? Depends how nice everyone is. To be fair, no one's going to be as violent in the multiplayer game as the AI are in this game. Alrighty! Right, we need happiness. Happiness all round. What's going on? Someone's founded a pantheon. Good for them. +1 culture from jungle tiles, so we know someone's into jungles. I can really go for the Great Wall of China
Instrumental
about that.
mechanical science is the noblest, and above all the others, the most useful.
Quite, Leonardo. Quite. Right, policy. Okay. Bum. Let's get... minus unhappiness for all people in my star capital. Yes, please. Okay, right. So, this is probably what I'd end up doing in multiplayer now. I've got my engineering, so I get my free aqueducts for everyone, which is awesome. So I'm just going to gun for education now. Probably focusing on trapping first, so I can actually get those elephants. Right. Oh my god. Oh my shit. Well, I'm fucked. Ah! Oh, how much are wolves? They're too expensive. Oh my god, it's so dead. Okay, good, go away. hey, my good chum, Harold Bluetooth. How about you just go declare war on no one? Oh shit. Ah shit. Oh, I don't get my free aqueducts yet because I haven't maxed out the thing. Right. Okay, hey look, we can have an additional trade route. Caravan, go. Although I should probably really be building units. Uh oh. This is me crumbling, Brown. This is me crumbling under the pressure. Right. I really want to get my workers through here, although this is probably suicide. Because if Harold doesn't start trying to take me over, he's a...
Even brute beast.
Excellent, excellent. We can start getting that ivory, if I can just get a fucking guy through here. Right, what we got? Horseback riding, yes. Anything to do with military, I think I need right now. This. It's gonna happen. I need swordsmen. Yep. Ooh. Sorry, the advice is gonna stop for a second. The advice that you so desire. Okay, it's getting intense. I'm making loads of money! Seriously, how am I making so much money? Oh, because I'm trading all my wine with everyone, aren't I? Dude, are we trading wine? No, we're not. Who wants more wine? Hey man, you want wine? No. Hey man! Oh no, we're definitely trading wine with this guy. Oh, look! Excellent! Dude's got spices! Me want those spices, because that's for a quest, so... Let's give him a bit of dosh, which is really fucking stupid considering I'm about to go to war. Fuck your mother! 9 gold per turn in iron. Eat my dick,
eh?
Darius. Jeez. Oh, I don't want to get rid of my marble. Stupid Darius.
Hilda,
Right. You. Oh,
jeg lytter.
don't hurt me, Harold. Look at him. Look how intimidating he is. Got his Viking boat. A little angry. Okay. Right, more trade routes. Now, Bogota. They wanted a mission. Let's send our dude down there. Hope it doesn't get pillaged. Okay. Oh, I've already... you see, I put those guys on automation and they've gone there automatically. Right. Let's just put these guys in automatic. Which is stupid considering I'm about to go to war. I don't want these guys in automatic. Okay. Right. Aqueduct, watermill, walls. What am I going to need? Warriors. Warriors to actually fight back. There's no point settling down there. No, I'm just going to have to close in up here. Right. Wartime. We're going to start sending something back. Got to start sending something up his way to fight back. Got to play the game for what happens at the time, you know? There we go. Golden Age! Loads of money. I'm actually making a serious amount of bank. I'm okay with this. I need to get... Ah, look, he's not allies with him anymore. Thank Christ. And they want a trade route? Fuck! I didn't see that. Oh, that could have been really easy influence there. Okay. Got to keep an eye on these things all the time. One thing I'm going to do in the actual game is keep a book of just things that are happening, things that I need to be keeping an eye on. Always keep an eye on this diplomacy overview. There is a way to see how big people's armies are, but I don't know if you get access to that information later. I thought it was in the military overview. You could see other people's progress. No. I swear I don't know if they've changed that since. Or maybe it's only available in multiplayer. I don't know. Right. Hopefully quick games are going to go a lot like this, just mashing next turn until things happen. Hey, look at this! Belgrade wants Browboytopian. Where's Belgrade? Oh, Belgrade! That's 1,000,000 years away! Well, if my religion spreads all the way there, they'll be happy with me. So, hey, look! Right, so what do these guys want? I need happiness. Got my walls up there now. Got my dudes coming in. I might actually be able to take out him before he can take me out. I might have to do that. Because I've actually got stronger units than he does at the moment. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Really shouldn't be waging war early on in the game though. You see, this is the problem. I got so distracted with... what's this? Most literate people. Oh man, I'm not doing well. Because I didn't go for education straight away, I was faffing around. But look, because I spent so much time going for all these wonders and that, I've now got nothing to build. So I shouldn't be building units, I should still be building more, you know, actual culture generating things or production things, but I haven't researched them because I've been researching all the wrong things. This is why you just don't want to worry about military early on in the game. You always got to make sure you're building stuff, building good stuff. Right. More swordsmen. I can't build any more swordsmen. Oh, I've not got enough iron! Hoi. Okay, more stables. I need to focus. I just again was about to back up the exact thing I just said I wouldn't do. Need to focus on buildings. Got enough of an army now. You see, as a culture game, this is what I should be going for. This is it. As soon as you stop focusing on your game plan, people will start rolling over you, and that's what's happening now. Hey, look at this. I'm now giving 27 pressure to Karakoram, because now I've got these guys giving loads of pressure, because look, most of my people, I think the higher the population and the higher the amount of religious followers you have, is the more pressure it exerts. So look, and now they've also got the pressure, and now that's going to Buenos Aires, so they're mine. Bucharest, that's probably going to be contended between me and Ethiopia at some point. Oh look, Harar's coming up. I might be able to battle back his religion with some of mine if it gets strong enough. Well, of course I'm not going to, because I'm not focusing on that, because now I'm turning into a warmongerer. But that's what I always end up doing, instead of building all these lovely wonders that I should be doing as a faith culture man. Right. Enough. Where's my swordsman? I'm going to wage war on this guy. Okay. Get my swordsman there to form a nice wall. And then we're good to go. Oh.
There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance.
Absolutely, Socrates. Absolutely. Alrighty. Okay, I need to focus on my game plan again. Temple, faith, do. Okay. Colosseum, got our happiness. We can get that for free. Shrine. Yeah, come on, let's start doing all this. And I shall adopt a policy. Here we go. Loads of food in the capital. More growth. And free aqueducts for everyone. Excellent. So now they can grow even faster. Good. Okay, now I can focus on the religion a bit. See, I've got my city set down. Cities are doing well. See, I've got my nice city settled down. But just in this particular game, oh my god, he's got pikemen. I need to dunk this guy before he gets moving. He's going to store. Probably wouldn't have to worry about this in multiplayer so much early on, but in single player they're fucking insane. Hey, here we go. Wine to Darius ended. Always keep an eye on these, Brown. Always keep an eye on your deals. Still not got the spices. Give me your fucking money, fucking piece of shit. Cool. Good. Right. Okay. Here we go. He can either spread his religion or he can enhance it. Cool. Right. Dudes there. Ah, look at this. Caravanserai. Land trade routes originated from the city have a 50% increased range and produce an additional 2 gold when connecting to another civ. So that's another free one to get early on. Always worth doing. Right, let's enhance this religion. So, I'm a fool. Sorry, Brown. Yeah, enhancing your religion gets you these two, and then if you max out your piety skill tree, then you get access to that one as well. But the Byzantines get that automatically, so they don't have to waste time with those social policies. Okay, so what we got? Each world wonder gives 2 faith. I do like that one. Purchase warriors with faith. That's always nice. Amphitheaters provide faith in cities with followers. Yeah. Feed the world. Shrines and temples provide food in each city. I think I'm actually going to go for that one. Or temples provide 2 culture. Ooh, I'm going to go for that one because I'm going to make the temples and the shrines a more viable thing to buy. Enhancer belief. Here we go. Now these are really good, the enhancer ones. So look, 20% combat strength near friendly cities that follow this religion. Religion spreads 30% further away. 20% combat strength near enemy cities that follow this religion. Profits 25% stronger. Missionaries are better. And then all these things spread faster. Religion spreads to friendly cities at double rate. That's nice. So again, depending on the play style you want, these can really help. So seeing as I'm about to go to war, hold on, before we enhance Brow Boy Topians. Yeah, look. So if I do that now, that means these guys will have additional combat strength. So it's going to cripple me later. But just for the sake of this game, just because it's a little bit of fun, let's we'll have that, and we'll have this. So defend of the faith. The apprentices that follow this religion. Okay, enhance religion. The Briar Boy Topians get even stronger. So now all my dudes, can I see? They should tell me if I'm about to do an attack. What the additional strength they have now being next to turf lands. That's great. So can you see? So religion's got some really exciting new things to it. It can give you really situational, helpful boons sort of towards the beginning of the game. So it's great. Okay. Right. Now look, again, now my temples give great faith and food, so they're really worth building now. Got to do all these enhancements, got to make them worth it. Ideally I'd have another warrior, but I don't. Okay, well, let's get this party started. Hey, Harold, do you know who sucks? You! For being a warmongering bully, even though I was to Janura as well, I denounce you, Harold Bluetooth. Genoa should be happy with me for doing that, though. Okay, oh my god, I am so rich. So what I'm going to have to do is, with that money, I'm going to use that to bribe them, so they'll start attacking Harold as well. On the next turn, of course. Right. Okay. Let's get this party started, shall we? Hey, you! Ooh, he's not oh shit, look, he's got his helmet on now. Hey, fuck you, Harold Bluetooth. Oh no. Oh look, he's got a trade route with me, giving him loads of money and science. Well, fuck you.
Ærgerligt, at jeg nok bliver nødt til at slå dig ihjel.
Let's do this. Let's do this! Now this is another great thing about being in tradition, is if I've got a unit stationed in a city, it does additional damage, so fuck you. Wait, can I not actually hit him? Okay. Oh, because there are hills there, damn it. Okay, that's annoying. Right, so, if I were to attack with these soldiers, which I won't, where's my, I thought I was supposed to get a bonus. Where's my war bonus? I don't know. Oh, the scouts, you probably don't want to be there anymore. Yeah, let's walk you away. Okay. Haha, look, Genoa, because they're on my side. Allies will wage war with enemies instantly, which is great, so they killed that archer for me. That's hilarious. Okay. Scout, you just do your thing. Right. Let's start dunking on his dudes. Okay. No one wants a trade route, so with this guy I'm just going to trade to the person that gives me the most gold. Oh look, I can trade with these guys now. Which will be this guy. It's a long way away, but it's all through protected territory. So we shouldn't get taken over by barbarians, so let's go for this guy. And look at this, Charlie Brown. Ah, now this is risky. So look, now my trade routes. If I go to Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian's capital, can you see? I give him pressure of Catholicism, but he gives me pressure of what's this, Eastern Orthodoxy. So, question is, do I want to start introducing that into my capital just for a bit of dosh? The answer is probably not. So I could start trying to push my pressure into Nimrod. Or, I don't know why, I can't do it to Bucharest for some reason. I can't put my pressure there. Don't know why. Or, yeah, or to Hanra. Yeah, look, I could try and start putting pressure onto his city that's closer to him, which I think I will. So let's do that. Got to start.
3 things are necessary for the salvation of man: to know what he ought to believe, to know what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the medieval.
Oh, I should have been at the medieval era a long time ago. Now, Charlie Brown, this is a really, I should have researched this a long time ago. So this is why I kept my great engineer, which is why it's amazing. You see, this is all the plan from the beginning. Got the Stonehenge, which gave me great engineer points, so now I have a great engineer. And now look at these. These are part of these are world wonders dedicated to faith. People are probably going to be building them as we speak, so I've really got to push for one now. So look, and that's why I've got my great engineer, so I can rush it straight away. Now look at this. Requires piety. All missionaries born in the city can spread religion 3 times. Provides a free mosque in the city. That's amazing. How can I say it? A free great prophet appears. Provides a free temple in the city which it is built. Well, I have a temple in this city, I think. What are my buildings? Or do I? Yeah, I do. So, I really want the Hagia Sophia then. No, sorry, the Great Mosque of Jen. Which is great. Let's do it. So, great engineer, rush that. Please let me get it. Oh my god, the amount of times I've built ones in this game and someone's got it before me somehow, even when doing that. It can happen, and it's really fucking upsetting. Right, everyone's fortifying, you retreat. I've got a promotion. Nice, good on him. Right, I'm back. Let's get this catapult guy, which is ready for an attack. He's alert, you're fortifying. Okay, everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. This is good. This is all going well. Please don't let someone build the Great Mosque of Jen, because it happens all the time. Okay, good.
With the magnificence of eternity before us, let time, with all its fluctuations, dwindle into its own littleness.
Quite, Thomas Chalmers. Right, this is great. So now I'm going to really start steam building this religion. Oh, and I'm a fool. Pagoda. I should have been building these. Yes, more happiness, culture, faith. Whoa, are you already seeing the advantages, Brown, of religion? Look at all these crazy things I'm getting. This is great. Okay. I could go for the Hagia Sophia, but I probably won't get it. For... Oh, what's this? I swear I didn't see that originally. Yeah, fuck it. We'll go for it. Come on, you guys. Gun it. Right, what we got? More of these. Okay. Hawkeye. So, look at these crazy new, I think exploration is a new one as well. So this basically gives you more naval abilities, which is good. More movement, more sight, more production from coastal cities, little things like that. It's decent. If you're on the Liberty tree, if you're trying to make money, you definitely want that one. Commerce, and obviously if you're trying to make money, you definitely want this. Just gives you generally more dosh from several things. I can't remember if commerce was in the original game. But rationalism, that's what I want. More science, but we don't have that just yet. Okay, so temples increase the city's gold up by 25%. That's really nice. British tolerant cities will get the pantheon belief. This kind of purchasing religion, faith, boring, found religion, independence, probably done with piety. I don't really want any of these things, except for maybe that. How much money am I making? Yeah, you know what, I'm going to get that, just so temples are really worth building now. I've got like an incentive to build them. So there we go. I think next I'll either be focusing on aesthetics or rationalism. I should really be doing aesthetics because I want to show you the tourism part of the game, which is the second most important thing. Okay, everyone's happy. Let's move forward a bit. Let's go see our pal. Yeah. No. Now, in Karakoram, look at this. I built something called the Writers Guild. So this is a specialist building. You had them in the old games, but now you've got these different ones. But look, these dudes are specialist writers. They write things. And look, each of them give me an additional 3 culture and 3 great person points towards a great writer. And when I get a great writer, that means if I go into my culture overview at the top here, look at this! This is my potential tourism for my city. So look, in my amphitheatres, I've got slots for great works of writing. And I also, in my palace, I have a slot for a great work of art. These essentially mean that when a great person gets born, they can create a great art or a great bit of writing. And you put them in there and you generate tourism! Now look at this. Tourism, you build up yourself, kind of, and basically it makes other civilizations more accustomed to your ways. And the way you win a culture game now is you have to dominate everyone else's tourism. So the entire world is following you, basically, in terms of culture. So the way you win the game is you've got to get as much tourism as possible. So you need loads of culture to generate your great writers, your great artists, your great musicians, which you get later. And then you just start really building up the tourism in your empire. Later on you get things like airports, the internet, all these things that enhance the tourism, hotels to try and make people come visit your city. It's a fun way of winning, but it relies on no one hurting you and no one else trying to win the same way. Because then you have sort of like conflicts between your tourism and such. So there's a lot to think about. Right. So, we're still waging war on Denmark. We've pushed back his army quite well. We're doing nicely on that. All my cities, they're growing quite nicely. Exerting loads of pressure now. Briar Boy Topians is getting even bigger. But look at this. So, being the fool that I am, and focusing far too much on all the little things, someone's already advanced to the Renaissance era. So, yeah, that's why you should probably go for education first. You want to be on top of things, you know? So, when you get to the Renaissance era, you get a spy. So look at this. Get a spy. Everyone gets 1 spy in the Renaissance era. And the idea is you can either put your spy in other civilizations to steal things from them, or you can put them in your own civilization to stop people stealing from you. Or you can put spies into city-states and they rig elections and give you influence boosts with them. So spies are really good fun. Now, what we learnt earlier is everyone else is far more technologically advanced than I am. Anyway, I'm going to plonk my spy into someone else's civilization who's going to be more technologically advanced than I am. And it's tricky to work that out at the moment. I've not really got any indication. Okay, let's try Darius. I'd be surprised... Oh no, let's try Assur. I'd be surprised if Assur wasn't pushing forward on that front. Because he's got no religion, so he obviously hasn't been focusing on that. So let's move him to Assur's... Sorry, into Syria's capital. Assur. As a diplomat or as a spy. So diplomats, you can use them later in the game to start influencing people's voting in the World Conference, but that's nothing to worry about later. We'll put him in it as the spy. Okay. Here we go! Right, great person born. A great writer. In, which city was that in? Can I get my guys in here? Do a bit of religion spreading. Here we go, Stephen Crane. So he's in Karakoram. So we can either write to political treaties and make loads of culture, which is kind of helpful, or create a great work. Let's do it.
He vaguely desired to walk around and around the body and stare, the impulse of the living to try to read in dead eyes the answer to the question.
The Red Badge of Courage. A delicious piece of writing. So there we go, look at that! Tourism! Hooray! Hooray, we got tourism! Look at that. We put it in the Karakoram Amphitheatre. So there we go. So that's a Mongolian medieval bit of writing. Look at this. You can go to other people and you can swap great works with them. So I could swap my great writing for a medieval Persian bit of writing. Or an Assyrian bit of writing. And if I get an opportunity to explain that later, I shall. Okay. Right. Everyone's happy, everyone's doing things. Good. Let's keep this keep the ball rolling. Denmark stole philosophy? Those bastards! So they had a spy in my cattle and they've been nicking things from me.
He'll die.
We demand... I can use that as my excuse to declare war on him. At the request, I will not conduct operations in your territory. Oh, I'm sure they won't, you cheeky bastard. How's my spy doing? Oh look, 2 turns and we steal one. Excellent. One of our friends. Oops. We are no better, we are no better. Here we go. Steel technology. So look at that, I can help myself to... Oh, it's pretty bad ones. I help myself to machinery.
The press is the best instrument for enlightening the mind of man and improving him as a rational, moral and social being.
Cool. So there you go, you see, you don't even need to be that technologically advanced anymore because you can just steal your shit from everyone. Although he's been promoted now, so he'll do it faster in the future. But I want to go to Ethiopia. I have a feeling we might be able to get some more from them. Okay. I don't really care if people steal off me because I'm so far behind everyone. I should have had that. Oh no, he knew! Right, Keshiks. Get in there, get in there. Look how fucking far these guys can move on the roads. Oh, I love Keshik so much. Ooh, just logging back in, Charlie Brown. So, I've just got to another social policy with aesthetics. A great artist appears. There we go. Right, where is that crazy character? There he is. Good old Pablo Picasso. Good guy Picasso. Right, let's do it. We'll great work. Picasso. Proof that you did not need to generally succeed at art school to produce infamous art. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get Picasso's work. I really don't like it. Can you imagine that in your living room? Fucking faces staring at you. I mean, come on. There we go. So now again, if you look at our culture overview, there we go, it's in our palace. There we go. So 4 whole tourism. It'll get more soon, it'll get more soon. Still having a little war here. As you can see, we've moved in quite nicely into Copenhagen, into Denmark. Yeah, let's... cheeky bastard tried to launch a counter-attack on me. Failed miserably. Yeah, well, he's going down, CB. He's going down. Straight back in, Brown. Got another exciting revelation. I've just discovered architecture by building Oxford University, in which you need a university in all your cities. You can then build Oxford University and it gives you a free tech, and I chose architecture. And by chance, I just had a great engineer born, so again, we're going to rust something called Uffizi, which requires aesthetics, which we do have. One free great artist appears near the city where Wonder was built, contains 3 slots for great works of art. So you know, like, in our policy overview here, basically we've got like all of these, they're pretty pitiful. But look, now all of a sudden, we're gonna have more things like this. So Oxford University has 2 slots for a great work of writing. Whilst Uffizi will have 3 slots for a great work of art, so suddenly our tourism's going to really start jumping up. As soon as we get, and can you see, you then get things called theming bonuses on the special buildings. So look, to maximise your bonus, make sure the great work slots are filled with writings from different eras and from civilizations other than the city's owner. So for that reason then, we're going to want to go swap some great works. So I've got some writing, the Red Badge of Courage that we wrote a while ago, and I'm going to swap it with a, I don't know, medieval Ethiopian great work. So then I'm going to pop that in here. And as soon as we get some more writing, we'll be able to do that. So there we go. Exciting. Oh, look at this, Brown. That's Hookies now. We're now moving in onto Copenhagen. He's fighting back though, mate, but it's not going well for him. We'll tune back in with an exciting revelation soon.
Painter is not simply someone who looks and who sees. Above all, the artist is someone who exposes a personal vision by rendering it visible.
Get the right idea, Marcel. Get the right idea. There we go. Uffizi is ours. So another great artist. Let's crank out a great work. Ooh, St. Francis in meditation. I reckon you just had to sit there whilst the painter was just there, like, keep meditating. Meditating for hours, please. No more meditation. Art, damn it. Be quiet. Wow, those Mongolians, I never knew they produced such fine works of art. Right. Gonna go for the Taj. Gonna start cranking out some more Keshiks. Gonna win that war, Brown. Momentous day is about to occur, Charlie Brown. So, I mean, here we go. Look, Mongolian Empire. Oh, it's looking a bit expanded. And here I was worried at the beginning that Denmark would be overwhelming me. But I've fallen out with Ethiopia. Because I'm bloodthirsty, and they're not about to like what I'm about to do, and I keep sending missionaries into their civilization. But here we go, my mighty Keshik army is now moving it onto his last bastion of hope, Kupang, the most horrible civilization I think I've ever seen. Look at it, just out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, shame. What a shame.
What a shame.
So there we go, we're about to finish up there. Getting a nice amount of culture per turn, still generating a nice bit of faith. As you can see now, ooh, we're just a bit working on our Musicians Guild. And again, it works exactly the same as the artists and the writers, except they make music. And their special power is they can go into other people's civilizations and spread tourism to their area. So they're kind of like your culture warriors, if you will. But anyway, here we go, Kupang. Poor, poor Denmark. Actually, let's just go say hello to him quickly.
Ah, det er dig igen.
The end is near. What is it you wish to speak about? What do you have to give me? Absolutely nothing. Sorry, not good enough. Now, the diplomacy they've added for the late game, wiping out a civ's a really bad idea with the AI, but hey, that's not fun if we just leave him alone. Right. Oh, the Keshiks are just crazy. Just swoop in, do an attack, swoop away. They're invincible, and they do so much damage as well. Here we go. Kupang. It's over.
Hvad er det for et forræderi? Loke må have stået derbi, for en almindelig mand alene kunne ikke have besejret mig.
Well said, well said. There we go.
He was a good man. What a rotten way to die.
Back in. Forgot about my spies in the other person's civilization. Darius isn't too pleased about this one. How did one of your filthy agents somehow steal one of our basic technological secrets? These may be the last words we speak in peace. Alright, jeez. Hey, sorry. Yeah. Well, look at him now. Level 3, that's the highest rank, so now we can steal... Oh, hello! Oh, an exciting turn. Good thing I tuned back in. Oh, I love it. By my beard and belly, I'm glad to meet you. I'm Suleiman, leader of the mighty Ottomans. Crazy old Suleiman. It looks like someone's found all of the other world leaders, so that's exciting. Let's do a bit of trading, Ottoman. Give me some gold as well, man. How's all this sound? Nice. This is good. So yeah, here we go. Hiawatha. I think he was in the original.
Skanagahak. Ina
What is wrong with the fuzz on his?
Ne dayangot de nunyani. Nero de nosun.
Looks like a load of fucking like fluff. It looks like a pelt. Look, the pious, so he's gone down the religious route. Let's find an embassy. I'll take some silver. Oh man, look, he's got no money as well. He must have a huge army as well then, we can establish from that. Good stuff, good stuff. Ah, Nebuchadnezzar!
Tabshima
That's
etemuata.
fucking terrifying. Jeez. Right, Nebby, old Nebby, what we got? Man, oh, you're minted, Nebby. Hook a brother up. 7? Nice! Good stuff. So here we go. Persia has discovered every civilization in the world. To commemorate this occurrence, leaders from around the world will come together in the first Persepolis conference in 16 turns to begin discussing international diplomacy. As civilizations advance into later eras, the Congress will change. A new host may be chosen. So look, this era. +3 delegates for the host of the civilization, so Persia gets 3. 2 delegates for other civilizations, everyone else gets 2. 1 delegate per city-state ally, so I've got an extra 4. So there we go. That's going to occur soon. Better move this guy out of there now. Don't want to upset him, seeing as he's the world diplomacy guy. You can turn everyone against me quite easy, I'd imagine. Ooh, let's go see what the Ottomans are up to, shall we? Make a proposal. So here we go. So look. He's got 10, I've got 5, Nebuchadnezzar has 5, Hiawatha has 5 as well. So the second highest person gets to propose something, and because I'm the only human player, they've let me have it. So look, this is what you get to do, and this is what everyone will vote on. So I can embargo a city-state. I can choose one city-state in particular to embargo. Don't really see. Oh, no, that means no one can perform trade routes with city-states anymore. So that means players are forced to trade with each other, which is quite interesting in terms of A, spreading religion if you're trying to stop people doing it, and B, if you want people to trade with you to get a bit more dosh. So that's interesting. Embargo. You can embargo another civilization so no one can trade with them. It's really harsh. It's going to happen in multiplayer. It's going to happen to me. I can see it. Ban luxuries. You can ban a luxury resource. So for instance, wine is my main thing. Someone could ban wine and really fuck me over. Standing army tax makes it more expensive to have an army. So if someone's got a huge army and they're a warmonger, you can vote for that, and then they'll have a huge financial burden put on them. Scholars and evidence. I think civilizations research the technology 20% more quickly if it has been discovered by at least one other civilization. So, for people like me that are retarded and didn't focus on science, that's great. World's Fair, everyone tries to build World's Fair, the leader gets all these things. All these crazy things. Look, world religion as well. Your religion becomes the majority of the world, and it gives you more tourism, so again, another great thing for having religion for. And all sorts of crazy things. Make artists faster, make scientists faster, all these crazy things. Look at this one here. Great percentile improvements provides 2 culture when worked, and landmarks built by archaeologists give 4 culture. Heck, what's an archaeologist, you ask? Well, we'll get to that soon. Anyway, I am going to... which was the one that works for me? This one. So I can start researching things that everyone else has found nice and quickly. Good stuff. Right. Look at this. Look at my beautiful army, Brown. Taking down those filthy Denmarkians. And now all I've got to do is move my armies to the south to protect from any potential attack from Ethiopia. Which I'd be surprised if they launched one, but you never know. Cool. You can go there. You guys can go here. Wait, what? Oh, the steel swordsman is still there. Wait, anyway. So yeah, I'll tune back in when something of significance happens. Uh-oh. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Knock me out some work, please. Ooh, Yusef and Zulukar? Who's that? Kamaledin Bezad. Is that a Japanese artist maybe, or Chinese? That's crazy. Beautiful piece of art. Shall hang in our palace. Right, here we go. So check this out. Uffizi! So I've got 3 works of art here. No theming bonus. To maximise your bonus, make sure the great work slots are filled with art from the same era and same civilization. Oh, that might be tricky. Renaissance. Ah, no, wait a minute. Yay! Look at this. Wow, that's great. So I have 3 Renaissance eras pieces of art by chance, which is great. So there we go, all there. And look, I get. So now they're all giving me +2 tourism, +2 culture, and they're also giving me a +3 tourism because it's the Museum of Renaissance Mongolian Art. Can I do this one as well? Is this writings from different eras and civilizations other than the city owner? Okay. Ooh, is that it there? Wait. Persian medieval. Oh, Denmark medieval. No, we want... Oh, because I nicked all his writing when I took over his city. That's really harsh. Okay, let's swap some great works then. Look, an industrial piece of writing from Asid. So we'll give him... we'll give him the one we pilfered from the Denmarks. Right. So now back to our culture overview. And we will pop that in here. So there we go. Library of World Literature. None of these get theming bonuses because there are only 1 slot. But there we go. So now, look at that. We're getting a fairly chunky bit of tourism output. Probably not as good as... I have a feeling Darius is going to be the king of that one so far. But with a nice tight-knit civilization, you know, it could work out nicely. So yeah, there we go. That's tourism in a nutshell, really. Like I say, other than that, you just got to keep producing great artists, great writers, great musicians, and eventually you'll start spreading your tourism around the world. And it's a fairly good way to win if no one else is doing it. And I can see that people like Monkey will be. I bet Monkey will. Yeah. So there we go. So you get an idea about religion, how that works. You get an idea of how the tourism works a bit now. Hey, here we go. Speaking about tourism. Great musician! Ooh. Uh-oh. Darius is plotting against me. Oh no. A Persian army is currently marching towards your city of Karakoram to launch a surprise attack. Oh my god. And the Ethiopians as well, apparently. Oh shit. Well, thankfully, I've got my mounted units here ready to catch them. Oh, bound to happen. Hugo Wolf, right, do you recognise this work of Music Brown? Boring! There we go, that's in our city now. More tourism. Got a nice focus now, getting nice culture, nice faith, and nice tourism, so we're generally on track. Oh my god. I would not have thought they'd be arseholes enough to wage war on me. But look at this, I've got a... That's a good thing. That's a good thing about waging war, because now I've got a little army to fight back with, so... Good to see what happens there. Just jumping back in. Here's Hiawatha, the Pierce of the Iroquois. So, we are very pleased to hear your recent proposal to the first Persepolis conference. It seems that our goals are aligned. Excellent. Maybe they are, Hiawatha. Maybe they are. So that's part of the diplomacy. You start making friends with people depending on the choices you make, and making enemies with people on other choices, which can all be instigated by religion, war, buying land, making proposals they don't like. There's all sorts of ways, and I'll explain the next way you can upset people as well. So anyway, he wants me to declare war on Suleiman. No thank you. As terrifying as you are, Nebuchadnezzar. Oh my god, what? Hiawatha has entered the Renaissance era? King hell, he's behind. We're just about to get into the Industrial. Oh, okay then, he's a shitty ally to have. Let me explain, Charlie Brown. Let's go to our social policies. So, I bet you've seen all these, but wait a minute, what's this mysterious section? Ideologies! You now get freedom, communism effectively, or no, order as they call it in this, and the other one is like the warmonger one, Autostery? I can't remember how you pronounce it. It's really embarrassing. Basically, you can start going down those ideologies, and they start giving you some really nice bonus. Freedom giving you ones that improve great people and culture and things. Order that improve production and happiness, and austerity, that's how it's pronounced, in which you get great army bonuses and additional happiness when you take over cities. Depending on your culture and how happy your people are, you can start causing unrest based on your tourism in other states, and they might want to switch from order to freedom, which will really fuck them over. So having culture and tourism in this game is got a nice touch to it. But anyway, 8 more turns till the voting. See you then.
We admit of no government by divine right. The only legitimate right to govern is an express grant of power from the governed.
What? Hey, look at all these crazy things happening. It's all happening. We are now in the industrial era.
Yet do not miss the moral, my good men. For St. Paul says all that's written well is written down some useful truth to tell. Then take the wheat and let the chaff lie still.
Absolutely. There we go. We're back on track. We can actually build schools now and actually try and be a little more scientific again. But it's obviously not going to happen with this exact playthrough. This has definitely just turned into a culture. Oh, a culture tourism victory. But look at this. We recruited a new spy as well, which is great news. So now we can put him back in. Actually, no one's going to be stealing from us though, so we can send him out into the world and try and nick some more things from everyone. Seeing as Ethiopia hate us, we're going to send one there. I think in the modern era you get another spy, and then the era after that you get an additional one, and there's some world one you can build as well that gives you even more spies. So, you know, when you're playing the scientific playthrough though, you want the spy in your own kingdom, you know, so you can be keeping on top of other people stealing from you. There we go. Anyway, we shall come back shortly. 2 more turns till the vote, so until then. Okay, here we are. It's voting turn. So, we're going to go assign some delegates. So look, this is what Darius... Oh, that's really good. That's really good. So Darius, because he's obviously going for a tourism victory, he's gone for the arts funding. So that means more increase in artists, musicians, and writers, but less in engineers, scientists, and what's the other one? Merchants. So that's great. That works for me. And I've said scholars and residents, so we can really catch up on them. So I'm going to put all my votes into that. You see I've got 5 votes, so I can do that. Darius is obviously going to enact that. So, yeah, let's see what everyone else votes for. So there we go. That one gets voted for. Next turn. So protecting someone, maybe. All the most wonderful people! Me! I have the most wonders! It makes me wish I went for that religious upgrade of getting faith from wonders. I didn't think I'd be building this many, but I am somehow. Not quite sure how. Trade route. Yes, Adwa. Where is Adwa? Way up there. Point. Let's get some religious pressure going into Singapore. Got quite a bit coming into my city now. Oh, look at that 27 pressure! Look, they're sending loads of trade routes into mine as well. But that's fine. If we get more followers, we can purge them with our Inquisitor. Right. So sorry. What actually won? Okay, here we go. Recruit Chile has uncovered that Halia is secretly falling against. Ooh, I'll share that intrigue with you.
Halaka Damik.
I'm looking at really paranoid of them as well. Stop spying on me! We don't know that. An Ethiopian army is marching from Sparta against another civ. Ooh, might be marching against Seer. Ooh, he's got a nice little civilization going on down there now. Good for him. Right, make a proposal. The next one I'd go for is world... I want to say world religion. But the problem is, Darius has his own religion, and he's got all the voters, so there's no point proposing it, because he'll win that one. So let's try... which is the one? That's a really good one if you've got loads of wonders. Cultural... Yeah, each world wonder provides 3 culture to its city. That's crazy. So of course we're going to commit that. But can you see? This doesn't happen in multiplayer, but look. We have a indication down here of who it's going to please and who it's going to upset. So Persia and Ethiopia, my two enemies, will like that. The Iroquois won't like that. Oh, fuck the Iroquois, just for now. So look at this, current effects. Minus 20% research costs for technologies already discovered by other civs. That's great for me. And all of this too. Excellent. Commit proposals. Great stuff. Good, good, good. I find your proposal to the Second Persepolis Conference very troubling. Surely there is a better way to resolve our differences than petty politics. Yeah, by you never speaking to me again. Oh no, Bogota. No, you're my chum. Get out of here. Smelly Ethiopians. Trying to steal my jazz. Right. Well, I think that's it for the most part, really, Brown. And then from here on out, the way diplomacy expands is essentially... Oh, hello. Aww. No one likes Genghis Khan. Essentially, the way it plays from here on out is I'd be gunning for a tourism victory. Very good chance I'd lose to Darius. Maybe I'd win. Who knows? Who knows? It could go anywhere, really. I'd also be pushing my religion as much as I can, but sadly it's been sort of blocked by Ethiopia around here, so bit of stagnation. But yeah, and then the way diplomacy works from here on out is you'd have people being able to vote for a world leader by the end, which you need 40 votes for, all in all, and that's another way of winning the game now, through diplomacy. But yeah, I think from here on out, really, everything would be fairly self-explanatory. But, what are we on now? Turn 180, Jesus. Oh, I see, yeah, we hate each other, but now we've got embassies. Yeah, fine, fuck you. It's going to be very different in multiplayer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Thanks for the input, Nebuchadnezzar.
Industrialization based on machinery, already referred to as a characteristic of our age, is but one aspect of the revolution that is being wrought by technology.
Thank you, Emily Greenbolt. A very informative thought. Look at that precious coal in Copenhagen, and it's mine now. And then this is the other bit. Ooh. You build factories. When you build 3 factories, you can discover an ideology, and then that's where the culture helps from there on out. So yeah, that's pretty much it, Brown. Depending on what you play, like I say, if you're going down a gold-making game, you want to have as many trade routes as you can, and you want to make as many friends as you can with all the city-states. If you're going to go down your science victory, you want to completely forget what I did, and you want to only focus on going for the science ones. You want nice, large civilizations, you know, nice big cities that give you a big science boost for all your citizens and that, and you want to be next to jungles because they give you a science boost. If you're going to go for the tourism one, you probably want a small, tight civilization like I have with huge culture and faith output to give you nice bonuses towards your tourism. And if you're going to go for the war victory, Brown, you saw what you got to do. You got to get a couple of cities with really high production and just churn out those units and start throwing them at people. But realistically, the warfare gets serious around the industrial and modern era when planes come in. Well, that's it, really. I think it's safe to say I'd probably storm and win this game, but it's going to take another 20 years, so can't be bothered with that. What would I have gone for, though? I don't know. Radio. Why not? But yeah, that's that, Brown. Choose your game wisely, and the question is, the better thought is, Brown, choose your allies wiser. Me, I'm your ally.